When you go and says, our examination of the transit account bank statement in relation to tax revenue showed that your bank, contrary to the agreement for the funds to be transferred into designated Bank of Ghana Holdings account, transferred a total of 52 billion 537 million 175,788 Ghana 13 pesos into unknown source. Into unknown source over the under review. Into unknown source over the under review. The table below provides the summary of type of revenue transferred to unknown sources, the details of which provided in our web portal. Now, Ghana Commercial Bank transferred the revenue they collected that they were supposed to send to the Bank of Ghana on our behalf through the transit account, 52 billion. When you convert that into dollars, $10 billion was transferred to unknown source. And remember, nobody, that account created by Bank of Ghana for Ghana Commercial Bank does not have a signatory. All that Bank of Ghana had to do when the collections, when the revenue comes to them, they put it in those accounts, respective accounts, and those accounts automatically transmit it. It moves it straight to Bank of Ghana. Nobody signs it, nothing, because it's revenue collections. But 52 billion Ghana cedis, this from January to August. 52 billion. They can't find it. Auditor General is saying that after we looked in the books, went to Bank of Ghana to check what they have received, 52 billion Ghana cedis, equivalent of $10 billion, is gone. And see the date of this letter, 5th October 2020. The 5th of October 2020. And so the Auditor General was saying that, where did the 52 billion Ghana cedis go? Because we don't know where it went. And when they asked Ghana Commercial Bank, no answer. They were supposed to respond 2 weeks after the 5th of October. That is the 23rd of October. What's today's date? What's today's date? 30th of November. 52 billion. Over $10 billion. Unknown source. Nobody at the commercial bank, Ghana Commercial Bank headquarters, was able to answer the Auditor General where the 52 billion has gone to. And when you read it very well, the Ministry of Finance, in its quest to improve government revenue, engaged your services. The Ministry of Finance, headed by Ken Oforiatta, does not have that authority, does not have any right to engage Ghana Commercial Bank in collecting of revenues. So when you read this letter and the Finance Ministry coming into Bank of Ghana Commercial Bank to come help them collect, it means the unknown source went through the Finance Ministry. So Ken Oforiatta, in fact, entered Ghana Commercial Bank and made sure that the revenue that is supposed to go straight to the consolidated fund from the Ghana Commercial Bank SWIFT accounts or those accounts, they have been diverted. To date, from October 5th, the Auditor General gave them 2 weeks. Now look at this. We'll come back to this letter again. See the amount. See the amount of see the amount of money that we actually took from the respective agencies. This is the money. IRS direct transit, and that is the account there. You can see the account number. Now you can see number of transactions. IRS direct taxes they took was 1,180 transactions. That is 17 billion. They don't know where that money went. 17 billion is gone. Now, when you go to the next one, VAT, indirect transit, in the transit account, how much they made in the another account, 1,794 transactions, monies they paid from the revenue, 18 billion could not be counted for. When you go to the third line, VAT, communication service tax, transit account, when they dropped the money, now 107 million gone. We don't know where it went. We're talking about SEPs, 10 billion. We're talking about EPI, customs account, 1.2 billion. We're talking about SEPs, petroleum, 3 billion. Total of 52 billion Ghana cedis Nobody knows where it went. But when you read the report, and remember, this was signed by George Winful, Deputy Auditor General, EID for Auditor General. You can contact him. Let him tell us it is a lie. I am not here to defend anybody. Contact this guy. He led that auditing, and he is still there. Was he part? Did they sign this auditing? So when you go back to the first letter, which I was talking about, you can see, when you look at this table, you can see, and beneath the table, what is there? What is written there is this. Find the details as provided in our web portal with login credentials as per the attached for your response, before 23rd October 2020. So when they sent this management letter to them, they were expecting a response 23rd of October 2020. And if you fail to respond, that is when the Auditor General has the right to surcharge you. And that's the same thing that happened in Kroll and Associates. So ask yourself, why hasn't the Auditor General surcharged the Ghana Commercial Bank? Because as we speak today, 52 billion, Ghana Commercial Bank is telling us they don't know where it went. But when you read the first letter, something surprising pops up. The second paragraph, the Ministry of Finance, which is not supposed to be here. The Ministry of Finance does not collect revenue, does not instruct the Ghana Commercial Bank to take any revenue and pass it anywhere. But when you read it, it says the Ministry of Finance, in its quest to improve government revenue engagement, and it is not the duty of the Finance Ministry to tell Ghana Commercial Bank that we are going to help you collect. No, because Ghana Commercial Bank is just there waiting for revenues to come to them for it to go straight to the consolidated bank fund in Bank of Ghana. So how come from nowhere the Finance Ministry comes and say we are going to come help the Ghana Commercial Bank to collect revenue? They did not need the help. Now, when you read it very well, it says engage your services for the collection of tax revenue across the country. Now, to ascertain the integrity of the banking agreement, we conducted a reconciliation of the flow of funds from the transit accounts, that's the one at the Ghana Commercial Bank, from the transit accounts bank statement in relation to tax revenue showed that your bank, contrary to the agreement for the funds to be transferred into designated Bank of Ghana holding accounts, transferred a total of 52.5 billion Ghana cedis into unknown source. Very dangerous. How can you transfer 52 billion into an unknown source? How? And I've shown you the table, how much money each institution transferred into Ghana Commercial Bank. So Ghana Commercial Bank admitted that the monies came to them, but then the monies were transferred to an unknown source, an unknown account. So we are asking a simple question. Where is this unknown account? Where is it? Who directed them? And where is the money? Now, we are not done here. Let me show you something. You have to understand something. We hear a lot of things, especially this one. You see something like this. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to find you. Yes. 6 times oversubscribed 3 billion euro bond votes of confidence in Ghana's economy, government, right? We've been hearing such things in Ghana. Every time we hear these things. Now, you hear things like this. Ghana's euro bond oversubscribed by nearly 350%. We see it every time, right? We don't know how attractive Ghana is, but anytime Ken Ofori-Atta steps outside, our bonds are subscribed. Most of the time, they are oversubscribed. Now, let's go to the issue. Now, why is the Auditor General not surcharging the Ghana Commercial Bank to give them answers to this? It is because of this man. This man is called Professor Dia Ajiman. He is the chairman of the Audit Service. Audit Board, the Audit Service Board. This guy is the same guy who sat in court to represent Yao Osafo-Maafo when Dumelivo and the Auditor General was looking for $1 million from Kroll and Associates, which Osafo-Maafo had. Now, this man is preventing the acting auditor general from surcharging Ghana Commercial Bank, because if the auditor general sitting there, the scary one, the new one, the acting one, if he surcharges Ghana Commercial Bank, it means one, Ghana Commercial Bank has to come to court and tell us where the 52 billion Ghana cedis, or over $10 billion went. So this man is the one who is actually stopping that. Now, we want to ask Ken Ofori-Atta something very small. Now, Ken Ofori-Atta always steps out of Ghana, issues bonds. Every single day, the bonds are oversubscribed. The last one we did was over $10 billion. Now, the simple question is, we want him to publish those subscribers, their names and their information, how much they subscribed. We need to know, because it's our money, right? He goes out every time. He comes back to tell us that some people have, the bonds have been subscribed, $10 billion, $9 billion. Now, in this 24 hours, we expect Ken Ofori-Atta to publish from the finance ministry those people, the subscribers, their names, their information, how much every person subscribed, because it's very important. Now, what you have to understand is, any bond, all the bonds that we take outside to sell or whatever, Data Bank makes a cut. Now, let me tell you something. This $10 billion, 52 billion Ghana cedis, it was diverted to Data Bank, taken outside to subscribe our own bonds. Listen to me very well. This 52 billion Ghana cedis, this money, it was transferred to Data Bank, and the Ofori-Atta and Co. used that same money to subscribe our bonds. The same time, Data Bank is taking a cut, so they turn around, use our own money to subscribe the bond, and they come tell us Ghana's bond is doing great. That is why every time they step out, they make that money. Because you have to understand, our economy is not so flourishing out there that people will put so much money. That's why I'm telling Ken Ofori-Atta that if he wants to be truthful, he should come publish all these subscribers. Let us see who they are. Let us see their information. Let us see amounts they subscribed, so that we will believe. Because from our investigations, 52 billion of Ghana Commercial Bank, that money, our revenue, Ken Ofori-Atta has taken that money. He has kept that money in Data Bank. Data Bank, the same time, is making 8 cut. Remember, anytime we sell bonds, Data Bank makes almost 3%. Now, that same money, he is taking it outside to buy our own bonds. So technically, Ken Ofori-Atta is taking our revenue money, doing business with it, selling our own monies to us. So for Ken Ofori-Atta to clear himself in the next 24 hours, this is easy for them to publish, because it should be in the system that you'll be able to publish for every single Ghanaian to see.